Hey everybody, welcome to PBM's Video Entertainment, and welcome back to another episode of PBM's Home Media Reviews, a series to review and talk about movies. So if some of y'all may remember, episode 1 I reviewed Cars 1, and then episode 4 I reviewed Cars 2, and not too long ago, I think it was like a few months ago, I reviewed Disney's Planes 1 and 2, and now it is time for me to review Cars 3. So, without further ado, let's jump into the history of Cars 3. So, Cars 3 was originally released in theaters back in June 16th of 2017 by Disney and Pixar, and overall this movie received positive reviews by both critics and audience. Then, on November 7th of 2017, the movie was finally released onto home media, and you can either get it on standard DVD, or you can get it on regular Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital, or you can get the 4K edition with the 4K copy of the movie, regular Blu-ray, and a digital movie code. And now let's talk about the exclusive releases and stuff like that. Anyways, Best Buy has their usual steelbook. Walmart has their, basically with Walmart what they did was, basically they took a standard Blu-ray combo pack of the movie and just slapped in a bonus disc filled with episodes from Cars Toon, Mater's Tall Tales. And over at Target, apparently there's been 2 different exclusive releases. The first one was a storybook, and the second one was a Lightning McQueen puzzle car. Then on September 24th of 2019, the Blu-ray copy of Cars 3 was re-released, and Cars 3 could also be found in the 3-movie collection with the first 2 movies. And now we got the history part done, we will now jump into my copy of Cars 3. Alrighty, we will now jump into my copy of Cars 3. And the version I have is the Cruz Ramirez slipcover. And yeah, this is the Blu-ray 3D copy of the movie. And how did I get this, you may ask? Well, I got this from eBay for like 20 bucks or less, which I guess that's not too bad of a deal. I mean, I gotta say, I love the slipcover. Like, I love how they added in Cruz Ramirez and everything. Anyways, taking a look at the top, here we have Blu-ray 3D, also includes 2D Blu-ray in the pack, Cars 3 logo, and then here we have Cruise, Dynaco Cruise, and then Disney Blu-ray 3D logo, the UK rating, Certify U, Rated in Ireland, and it's rated G here in the United States and Canada. Spine, here we have character profile of Cruise. This is Pixar movie number 18 in their collection. Scrolling down here, we have the Ireland and UK ratings, Disney Blu-ray 3D logo, and then same thing on this spine, except it doesn't show the Disney Pixar Cars 3 logo. And then here I have the back, blurb if you want to pause and read all this. Then here we have a promo shot from the movie. Then here we have the list of bonus features and stuff like that. And then here's how to watch 3D. Or, of course, you could do it the PlayStation way, if you know what I mean. Anyways, so it's a 3-disc, Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray, and Blu-ray bonus. And they're all region-free, that means ABC. And the running time of the movie is approximately 103 minutes. Pretty cool. Certify U, contains Vermont thread and language. And, yep. Anywho, if you take it out of the slipcover, it shows this, the copy that you would normally get. So the Blu-ray 3D copy, excuse me, I can't even speak. The Blu-ray 3D copy of the movie, it's basically similar to the 4K copy, and I gotta say, it kind of, like, it's a shame that the Blu-ray 3D copy was never released in the United States, but I am very glad that the UK copy of Cars 3, the Blu-ray 3D copy, it's region free, so that is awesome. So if you're trying to get all 3 Cars movies in 3D, you might as well either go with the UK copy or some other copy that is like region free and stuff like that. Anyways, the spine, Blu-ray 3D logo, and then scrolling down here, Here we have character profile of Lightning McQueen, Ireland and UK ratings. Then the back, here we have Jackson Storm and McQueen. Blurb if you want to pause and read all of that. A fun, high-octane thrill ride, says Philadelphia Daily News. And, yep, here's the back. And let's have a look at the discs. So here we have, this is the 3D copy of the movie. And like I said, it's region-free, ABC. Here's the Blu-ray of the movie. And here is the Blu-ray bonus material. Pretty cool. And let's put it back in the slipcover. And now we're going to do the menu tour for the Blu-ray copy, then the Blu-ray bonus disc. So we're going to start off with the menu tour for the Blu-ray copy of Cars 3. Alrighty, here we have the menu tour for the Blu-ray copy of Cars 3. So here we have play, bonus features, scene selection, setup, and sneak peeks. And if you press sneak peeks, it'll automatically play the sneak peeks and stuff like that. Like, unfortunately, you can't pick the sneak peeks and stuff like that. Anyways, let's go to scene selection like we always do. So we have basically 21 scenes to choose from. For our bonus features, here we have Blue Shorts, Miss Furter's Racing School, Ready for the Race. Sorry, I can't even speak. Cruz Ramirez, The Yellow Card That Could, and then commentary on or off, and then info, and then setup. For our languages, here we have English 7.1, English 5.1, English 2.0, English descriptive audio, and then here we have some other languages that I do not know. I apologize for that. Subtitles, here we have, you can do no subtitles, English subtitles, and here we have subtitles for these languages. Then here we have the maximizer. And that's pretty much it for this main tour. Now I'll jump into the main tour for the bonus disc. Alrighty, here we have the bonus disc menu tour. So here at behind the scenes, fly-throughs, my first car, deleted scenes, trailers, promos, and subtitles. Let's go to the behind the scenes. Here we have Generations, the story of Cars 3, Let's Get Crazy, Cars 2 Diecast 4. Really love that one. Highly recommend watch that for any Diecast Cars fan. Legendary, World's Fastest Billboard, Info, then fly-throughs. Here we have Thomasville, Florida International Speedway, and Rusty's Racing Center. Pretty cool. My first car, a green car on the red carpet with Kerry Washington. Old Blue, Still in the Family. Deleted scenes. Here we have, you could do all the deleted scenes. Here we have Introduction, The Boogie Woogie, Lug Nuts, Jars of Dirt, The Bolt, More Than New Paint. And then trailers, here we have the Crash North American teaser, Icon North American trailer, and then theatrical payoff Japanese trailer, then all new international teaser, and rivalry global trailer. Pretty cool. And promos, Cars sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that word. And then car reveals. And then subtitles, you could do English for hearing impaired. And then here we have other languages like Portuguese, Netherlands, French, and I think that's Korean right there. And Spanish, and I think, I don't think that's Japanese, is it? Yeah, I don't think so. Doesn't look like. Maybe it's Japanese, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the menu tour for the Cars 3 Blu-ray bonus disc. We're over here at this last part to talk about my review and thoughts on today's movie. So let's talk about the story plot first. What is this story basically about? Well, in the beginning we see Lightning McQueen like enjoying his career like as a Piston Cup racer and stuff like that. Like he's still like racing and still winning like most Piston Cups and stuff like that. Or I'm sorry, winning most races and stuff like that. And then one day, Lightning McQueen faces a new rival who happens to be faster and more high-tech than Lightning McQueen. Yeah, his name is Jackson Storm, and when they first met, Jackson Storm was not nice to Lightning McQueen at all. And whenever Lightning McQueen comes up like to a race against Jackson Storm always seems to like be winning and winning, and Lightning McQueen, he's trying his best to like train hard, but no matter how hard he trains, like he's still like he'll always like come in like second or third or even fourth place. Yeah. And so that got everybody thinking, like, is Lightning McQueen going to retire? Will he keep racing? Or what's going on, you know? And then one race, Lightning McQueen tries to like keep up with Jackson Storm, but he ends up like with like a tire blowout, and he ends up crashing in a wall, and the crash, it was definitely horrifying. But of course, Lightning McQueen managed to survive the crash. Anyways, Lightning McQueen was like was in Doc's old shed. He was in there for like 4 months with like no racing, no out and about, all that type of stuff. And then one day, Lightning McQueen had an idea. Like, he could try something new. Like, he can try to get better and try to be faster than Jackson Storm. So, and so he calls Rusty and Dusty, they're Lightning McQueen's sponsors, and they told him to have Lightning and Mac come down to Rusty's racing center. And so, as Lightning McQueen arrives, Rusty and Dusty tells Lightning that they sold Rusty's to a car named Sterling, and Sterling is the new sponsor. And so Rusty and Dusty officially retired, and right now, since Lightning McQueen's at a new racing center, he can train and everything. And so Sterling introduces Lightning McQueen to Cruz, and Cruz helps Lightning McQueen train for the races, but it wasn't in a way that Lightning was expecting, you know, like all Cruz taught him was like the dance moves and treadmills, and of course drip pans as well. Anyways, Lightning McQueen was too impatient, so he jumps into the simulator, but it ends up not going well. And then Sterling was thinking about like Lightning McQueen should just retire already and just helps him like sell merchandise and stuff like that. But Lightning McQueen asks Jackson Storm for one more chance, like, and so they made a deal. Like, if Lightning McQueen wins, he gets to keep racing, but if he doesn't win, then he retires. And so Sterling tells Lightning that he still has to work with Cruz and stuff like that. And so they trained at Fireball Beach, so that way they could test Lightning McQueen's like speed and stuff like that. And like, once they arrived at the beach, Cruz Ramirez will be with Lightning McQueen, like racing side by side, so that way Cruz can track Lightning's speed. And even though like Cruz is not used to like racing, I mean, basically Cruz has never trained with race cars like outside, especially like with sand and stuff like that. But after all that training over the beach, Lightning only managed to get like 198 miles per hour, but unfortunately it was still slower than Jackson. But then Lightning McQueen had another idea. They could try practicing at Thunder Hollow. Now, as they entered, Lightning and Cruz didn't know it was a demolition derby until they've entered in, and they came across like beat up cars, and even that scary school bus, Miss Fritter, who happens to be a huge fan of Lightning McQueen and stuff like that. But anyways, after the whole like Crazy 8 fiasco, Lightning McQueen gets upset because basically Lightning McQueen gets upset and he takes his anger out on Cruz and stuff like that. And Cruz tells Lightning that she wanted to be a racer, not a trainer. And so after a bit of like thinking about and stuff, like after thinking about what Cruz had said, Lightning asks Cruz to come with him to Thomasville to train because Doc Hudson, who is Lightning McQueen's mentor, used to race at Thomasville and stuff like that. And so Lightning and Cruz head their way to Thomasville, and they met Smokey, which is Doc Hudson's mentor and crew chief. Which, I gotta say, that's pretty cool. Anyways, Lightning asks Smokey for help, and so Smokey trains Lightning and also Cruz about, like, some new skills and, like, drafting and sneak through the window and stuff like that. And then after all that, Lightning was basically ready to race and stuff like that. So they headed to Florida to race, and yeah, as Lightning McQueen started off the race, he overheard on the what do you call it? Megaphone? No, not a megaphone. Basically like a speaker, a headset. There we go. There it is. Yeah. So Lightning McQueen overhears the headset that Sterling tells Cruz that he has to go back. That she has to go back to the training center to train, like, the rookies and stuff like that. But Cruz wanted to stay and watch. But then Sterling gets upset and basically kicks Cruz out of the pits. And then Lightning McQueen keeps thinking about Cruz wanting to be a racer, not a trainer, and stuff like that. And so Lightning McQueen made a decision. Lightning McQueen made it to the pit stop, and Lightning says that Cruz will take his place for the rest of the race. And so Lightning McQueen puts on the headset, and Cruz, took Lightning's place for the race. And after a bit of catching up, she managed to catch up to Jackson Storm, and Cruz manages to win the race. And Sterling, at first he thought that Lightning retired and everything, until they saw the scoreboard that both Cruz and Lightning McQueen are co-winners, because Lightning McQueen started off the race, and Lightning McQueen started off the race, and then Cruz finished it. They both had the number 95. Like, the rules say that the number has to be out there. Doesn't say who has to wear it. Anyways, so Lightning McQueen gets to keep racing, but at the end, Lightning McQueen, he says he's going to keep racing, but before that, he wants to train Cruz for her next race and everything. And so Lightning McQueen trains Cruz, and the best part is, Tex, the CEO of Dynaco, also bought Rusty's. So Tex owns both Dynaco and Rusty's, and right now Dynaco and Rusty's both work together, which I gotta say, that's pretty awesome. So anyways, what do I think about the story plot? Honestly, the story plot was really good, in my true honest opinion, and it holds a pretty good message and everything. And of course, we all know we all retire one day and stuff like that, you know. But anyways, overall, the story plot was really, really good, and definitely meaningful too. Anyways, let's talk about the characters. So of course, we have Lightning McQueen, Mater, and the Radiator Springs gang, and stuff like that. And then, of course, we have, new characters, and stuff like that. Like, we have Cruz Ramirez, Jackson Storm, Sterling, Miss Fritter, and a couple of other, new characters that we saw in, the beginning of the film, the middle part, and at the ending of the film. And, of course, we saw some, other characters, returning from the first film to the third film. Basically characters that weren't in Cars 2, obviously. Characters we saw the King back, we saw Chick back, we saw Tex Dynaco back, and a couple of other characters. And apparently we saw Jeff Gorvette from Cars 2. He actually came back, which I am honestly surprised about that. I didn't think they were going to bring anybody back from Cars 2. Anyways, but yeah, I like the new characters in this movie. Yeah, I thought the new characters were pretty good, especially Cruz. And anyways, let's talk about the animation. I gotta say, the animation is just gorgeous. The scenery and everything about it is just incredible. Honestly, I think they went hard on the animation. The animation's really good, I gotta say. Anyways, let's talk about the soundtrack. So of course, the music score is done by Randy Newman, who also did the music in Cars 1. He didn't do music for Cars 2, it was somebody else. But anyways, so yeah, Randy Newman did music for Cars 1 and 3. And yeah, I gotta say the music score is pretty good. And now the songs in the film, like Ride and stuff like that. I mean, the songs, they're good. I wouldn't say they're as good as like the soundtrack from the first film, but still good, you know. Anyways, now it's my final thoughts. So overall, do I recommend Cars 3? Well, I gotta say, absolutely, because this is definitely one of the I mean, of course, as a Cars fan and as a Disney fan in general, I absolutely love Cars 3. Like, when I heard it was, like, announced and everything, I'm like, oh, I can't wait for Cars 3. Oh, I can't wait for Cars 3. And when it came to theaters, I actually saw Cars 3, like, 3 times in theaters. And I saw it multiple times on, like, Blu-ray and stuff like that, you know. But anyways, and of course, when this movie came out, a lot of people loved Cars 3 more than Cars 2, obviously. They're all like, wow, this is the Cars 2 that we had in mind, you know? Now, of course, I still enjoy Cars 2. Like, I think Cars 2 is as good. I think Cars 2 is as good as 1 and 3, in my true, honest opinion, you know? I mean, everyone has their own opinions and differences, you know? Like, especially when it comes to Cars, like, a lot of people prefer, there's people that prefer the first film. There's people that prefer the third film better. And there's people that actually like the second one better, you know? Everyone's different, you know? So anyways, but yeah, overall, I highly recommend Cars 3. This is definitely a great film to watch. Especially if you're a huge Cars fan like I am. So anyways, that's gonna do it for me, everybody. And I will see you all next time. Bye. Cool.